Call the meeting now, order, and ask Councilor Brewton to lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll.
Councilor Brown.
Here.
Councilor Weaver.
Here.
Councilor Broughton.
Here.
Councilor Watson.
Here.
Councilor Barton. Mayor Levis.
Here.
We have a quorum to do business.
Next item is approval of the minutes from the February 7th special meeting and the February 12th regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Broughton, second by Councilor Watson to approve the minutes of the special meeting of February 7th and the regular meeting of February 12th. Is there any discussion or any changes to be made? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton?
Yes.
Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved.
I'd like to welcome our visitors here today. Certainly it's good to see Pastor Blue here. Next item is approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Under new business, we have a number of committees to reappoint. Unfortunately, just you have regular terms that expire, but we've also lost two of our citizens that have passed away, Jim Nordmeyer and Mitchell Neese, and they served on several committees, and they'll be missed. They did an excellent job for the city for many years. So the first one is we have a school board member whose term is up. That's an appointment by the council, and I appoint Councilor Carrie Brown and Councilor Feast Broughton as a committee to bring a name back to the council. The second one is a housing board. It's also a council appointment, and I appoint Councilor Fred Barton and Councilor Joe Watson. We also, on the next one is the library board, and we have a retiring member there, Anita Wall, who has served years and years and years as a faithful member of that board. And the city certainly appreciates all of her work, and she feels like it's time to step down, and so we've got a committee of the council, I'm appointing Councilor Feast Broughton and Councilor Carrie Brown. We also, the medical clinic board is a council appointment, and I appoint Councilor Fred Barton and Councilor Lawrence Weaver. Recreation board, it's a council appointment, and I appoint Councilor Joe Watson and Councilor Lawrence Weaver. Tree and beautification is a mayoral appointment. I appoint Sammy Weaver and Carol Gordy. Board of Zoning Adjustments, there's several members on that board whose term is up, and it's a mayoral appointment, and rather than reading all those names, we just reappoint those members. The next one is a Waterworks Board, is a council meeting, a council appointment. I appoint Councilor Lawrence Weaver and Councilor Joe Watson. The next one is a Flood Variance Board. It's a mayoral appointment. There are 3 vacancies. And I appoint Therese Sheehan, Larry Crosby, and Larry Ramback to that committee. The next item is the Industrial Development Board, which is a council appointment, and I appoint Councilor Joe Watson and Councilor Lawrence Weaver. So if, I know some of these will take longer than just a couple of weeks to come up with names back for the council, so as soon as these committees have met and have recommendations, they'll be back on the agenda. The next one is approval of an agreement with Alabama Department of Transportation to resurface Sowell Road under project number ACO-A61532-ATRP, for instance, 005, which is resolution number 18-0226.
May I have a motion that we approve resolution number 18-0226?
Second.
Motion by Councilor Watson, second by Councilor Broughton to approve resolution number 18-0226. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, you want to talk about when it might get started on it?
From, ALDOT, or Alabama Department of Transportation, handles the bid openings. They also make sure that the low bidder is qualified and his bid meets the specs. They then award the bid, and at that point, it's sort of turned over to the city and the engineering firm that the city has hired, and they expect that project to start mid-April, no later than the 1st of May. That's going to be a large project, a lot of changes on that road, sidewalk, and so forth. So it's going to be a little messy over there for a while, but it's going to look really good when we get finished. But that's what I've been told as far as the timeline. And I can also thank Representative Alan Baker, because originally it was, ALDOT had set up the bidding for that toward the end of the summer. And Representative Baker got it moved up to February. We were trying to get that road done in our lifetime. It's been going on quite a while.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton?
Yes.
Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the Sowell Road repaving grant resolution is approved.
Next item is to approve a public hearing to consider the Brewton Master Plan update, Resolution 18-0226-1. This is now, it's gone through individual meetings, and then it went district by district. The planning board had a public hearing and passed the plan to the council, and now we'll hold a public hearing. And the date of that is when?
The 26th of March.
At 4:30.
Right. We had to publish 2 weeks in a row, and then you have to have a 15-day period in between.
Motion to approve resolution number 18-0226-1.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Brown, second by Councilor Weaver to approve resolution 18-0226-1. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton?
Yes.
Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the public hearing for the adoption of the Brewton Master Plan update is approved.
The next item is approve a resolution to lease purchase automated external defibrillators. The ones we have are very much outdated, and I'll turn that over to the city clerk.
This would be for 20 new units, defibrillator units, also known as AEDs, easier to say. They'll be placed in different places around this building. On the wall, they're portable units that can be pulled down and used in emergency situations. Also in the Civic Center, and we're going to be placing them in police cars, and with the fire department also has them for their emergency units. They basically, they shock you back to life. if you've had a heart attack. That's, they're very valuable, but they need to be kept up to date. There's financing offered on this. The price of the winning bid was $26,572, and they offer lease financing, which would be at $1,189.94 a month for 24 months, and we can pay $1 and purchase those at the end of the 24 months.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 18-0226-2.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Weaver, second by Counselor Broughton to approve resolution number 18-0226-2. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver?
Yes.
Counselor Broughton?
Yes.
Counselor Watson?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the defibrillator resolution is approved.
In the comments, I'd also like to mention that through a grant, we now are in the process of installing in every police car and fire truck and rescue vehicle, I think it's called Narcone, which is a spray that you put in the nose of somebody that's OD'd on opioids. This is a program put together by Judge Byrne and Chief Deputy Mike Lambert, making this available to the city of Brewton and all of Escambia County. Unfortunately, for the first 9 months of last year, which is the latest data we have, throughout the county there were 18 deaths from opioid ODs. So it's a growing problem, and we're just trying to have the proper equipment available to hopefully save a life. So that was in the process of being installed and being trained, but it's a very simple process. They just shoot up one nostril with a spray, and about 30 seconds later they do it in the other nostril, and that's basically it. So, and even if you weren't on opioids, it won't hurt you if you happen to just say have a diabetes attack. It wouldn't be a problem for you. So it's a very good, safe drug. Upcoming May the 5th is an event that we have gotten the Chamber of Commerce to help the city put on, and I'll call on Debbie Pugh to come forward, who's been the spearhead of taking this idea to fruition, and that's pretty exciting.
Okay, as the mayor mentioned, on May the 5th, we're going to have a gospel concert. I don't know if any of y'all can remember years ago when they did have the gospel concerts up at the Municipal Stadium in Brewton, but when they did, it was always a great family event, a lot of turnout for it and everything. And after the Porch Fest, the mayor kind of molded over. We had such a great response to some of our groups there, especially one of the gospel groups, and they approached us about doing something citywide. And the mayor molded over and thought, well, maybe if we can revamp this activity, that'd be a good thing for the city. So we have contacted 5 great groups that we feel confident is going to bring a lot of people to Brewton. We've got the Alabama Spirituals, they're out of Alexander City, Alabama. The Tallies, they're a well-known Southern gospel group. Chris Golden, Lee Williams, and the Spiritual QCs, they're out of Mississippi, and they have a huge following. I've already had people contact me about them. And the Booth Brothers. And the word's getting out there. I've had people calling asking when are tickets available, and we hope by the end of this week we will have tickets in hand. They can be purchased here at the city. I'll have them up here at the Chamber of Commerce, and we'll disperse them in some other areas as well. I know some of the councilmen have asked about taking some and letting others have some and sell them for us. And it will be, like the mayor said, May the 5th. Gates will open at 4 o'clock. Concert starts at 6. And you're invited to bring your lawn chairs. Come enjoy the night of music. Hopefully we'll have enough spillover. We can also use the stands as well. And concessions are going to be available there. And we've let the Brewton Youth Football handle the concessions this year as a fundraiser for them.
And the tickets will be how much?
The tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children.
Would it be possible for Counselor Weaver to have a solo?
We can arrange that.
So we can't hear you.
We can arrange it.
Thank you very much, man.
Is that after or before yours?
It'll be real late.
I would also like to mention that Counselor Watson has been very instrumental in putting
Yes.
groups together and helping Debbie with this, and I appreciate that help, too.
I do too.
Mayor, I want to come back and comment on something, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've told some people in the press that they could bring their coolers also. That's still true to that?
No, we had
Not
said we
gonna
were
let-
not going to let anyone bring coolers in, because when you do that, you can get into a whole different problem.
Okay.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments or announcements?
I have none.
Make a motion, we adjourn.